Good evening everyone and welcome to another Mech Merlin stream. As you can see from the stream title down below, we are building one of the very few 40% I've ever built on this channel, the Echo, which is actually ending group buy in 3 days on July 20th. So if this is a board that interests you, definitely stay tuned. So yeah, what is the Echo? The Echo is a split 40% alpha staggered keyboard starting at 235 bucks. These pictures are the prototype that I'm building tonight. You have your choice of several different colors for the top case. You have purple, navy, or dark green, and if you want the PC like the prototype tonight, it is an additional 65 bucks. For a bottom case, black, silver, or brass for an additional 125 bucks. Plate, you can choose between FR4, brass, or aluminum. Both brass and aluminum will have an extra fee associated with it, brass being 55, aluminum being 15. Not that I endorse going into debt for keyboards. You can go with 4 interest-free installments or from $21.21 a month starting at the $235 base price. 480 bucks if you want to go all out for this board. These are the available layouts. As you guys can see, you can choose pretty much whatever spacebar option you want. Like I said, tonight I have the PC top, which personally I think looks real good, but if I were buying this today, I'd probably go with the green top and brass bottom. This one's the most aesthetic to me based on colors. So yeah, let's take a look at this actual board, guys. Yeah, today I'm using my Capsule 65, built with Durock palms, topped with GMK Olivia, carbon fiber plate. Oh, you'll also notice that the feet do not fully fill in the slot. The actual group buy unit will actually have it fully fitting that slot. So the prototype has a 3-degree typing angle, but the actual group buy unit will have a 5-degree typing angle. Front height is 20 millimeters on this prototype, but will be increased to 21 millimeters for the group buy. USB port cutouts will be lowered slightly to better account for tadpole flex, and pretty much those are the only 3 differences between this and the actual group buy unit. Oh, other than the PCBs being mil-maxed. This is the PCB, Echo V1.2, designed by Beard Grylls. For those of you who don't know, he is a Seattle local, and if you are at the Seattle meetup on Saturday, you will see this board. And plates, FR4 plates. He also included the best switches ever, Cherry MX Brown. I will not be using these switches because I'm a linear user. 3D Keycaps has the very best keycaps. The appropriate USB-C to USB-C connector, awesome. Custom keycap sets that will fit this board. In fact, I was supposed to stream this last week, but we were waiting for the key set for it. That is not my camera being blurry. It is your eyesight being blurry. Beard Grylls was telling me that someone recommended that this set be called blood alcohol level 0.08%. Isn't that funny? Okay, so that's the key set that we'll be using. Despite them being the best switches ever, we will not be using browns. We will pick, let's do Tech-C Ice Candies. Tech-C Ice Candies, linear, PC top, PC bottom, long pole stem. The stem is, I think on my particular unit, is UHMWPE. And it's 63.5G. 58 tadpoles, best tadpoles. I realize I don't have 3U stabs. How do I want my spacebar? Go stabless, you can do it. Yes, that's actually true. I'm a right spacebar user, so I'll probably put, or the right side of the spacebar user, so I'll put a 3U on the right half. 1221 was added for the group bar. Oh, okay, that is another difference, guys. The thing with mil-maxes is they're not as forgiving as regular KO hot swaps. You have to be like right in the middle. The good thing about mil-maxes is even if you put the leg in wrong, you don't kill the hot swap socket. I'm actually in the process of min-maxing another customer's board right now. It's just taking me forever. You know, to be honest though, I was kind of expecting this to be a soldered build tonight. I was like, yeah. I enjoy soldering as long as it's not too big. And this was like the perfect size for it. So like, okay, I can solder today. Bauer light if you go outside of TKLs. You know, I've typed on a bunch of Bauer lights, but it's always in the context of a meetup. And none of them have ever really like impressed me. Alright, it's time for blood alcohol. You know, if we're gonna put on this set, I should probably drink something too. And I have returned some Lagavulin. Very smoky. Oh, definitely not drinking enough to get my blood alcohol anywhere near 0.08. If anyone new joins this stream, they're gonna be like, oh Merlin, can you adjust your camera focus? And I'd be like, yeah, sure. There we go, that looks much nicer. Then we'll do Control, Super, and Alt. Alright. This is going to be one of the typing tests of all time. Oh no. I have confidence about the right side, but the left side is gonna like give me lots of problems. Oh boy. That's gonna be weird. Okay, just so you guys can see how I'm typing. Ready to see the struggle. Oh gosh. Okay, I will definitely slow down my typing and try to aim for less mistakes. Okay, and I'm gonna do 50 words because I think 100 words would be too much for me. Okay, let's try this. Never typed ortho. I've never typed ortho and staggered at the same time, so yes. Pray for me. Alright folks, this is a PC plate, Texie ice candy switches, PC top, and brass bottom. Here we go, 50 word typing test. No! Oh, I accidentally restarted it. Okay, I'm definitely noticing that all the words that I'm typing on my right hand are actually spot on, but the ones on the left almost always wrong, and this is annoying the hell out of me. This space bar, because I realize I'm typing it more on the side, so when I type it, it kind of scrapes. Let's try this again. Okay, 59 words per minute, 79 accuracy. So, you know, to be fair, That's 1 WPM short of being able to apply for an office position back in the 90s. Because back in the 90s, you need to at least be able to type 60 words per minute. Dash underscore dash says, honestly, not bad. So yeah, okay. With practice, I should be able to do it. It doesn't actually show me what the mistakes I made, but it shows me that I made a mistake. But if you were watching as I type, I kept hitting V whenever I tried to type C. So for could, and for consider, and for since, yeah, I kept hitting the V key. C and V, exactly. I make that exact same mistake. Yeah, because it's ortholinear. This is a classic issue when switching to ortho. I feel like if it was reversed, if this was staggered and this was ortho, because I'm like right-handed, right? So I'd be able to control the ortho better. Like I'd be able to focus on typing better on the ortho side. But since I'm not left-handed and this is the one that's ortho, it's completely tripping me up. All right, okay, well, this was a short build, but I already have some initial thoughts and opinion on it. You know, like I said at the beginning of the stream, I am not a 40% user, but I am a big supporter of our local builders here. And this is a local build from Beard Grills. I actually met him. I've met him a few times, but last time at the Redmond meetup was where we talked about showing this live on stream. In terms of the board, I really like the fact that it's using USB-C to connect both boards. I know in the past they used the TRRS cable, which I personally was not a fan of, despite not being a split keyboard user. I just thought it was very tacky, very Radio Shacky, so I'm glad to see that we have USB-C. It's really pretty. A lot of people on chat were saying that the main draw to 40s is being cute. I'd say this is not cute, this is classy. Aesthetically very pleasing to me, but as I said earlier, I think if I had the green top, that would be chef's kiss. In terms of the build was super easy. I know it's supposed to be a soldered build, and I am very lucky to have it mil-max, so it was very easy to put switches in. Easy build, even if soldering. Using the tadpoles as gaskets works very well. There's only 4 tadpoles and 5 screws per half. If you want to go the 3U route, you're gonna have to find a stabilizer for that. I found that you can get away up to 2.75U. You'd be fine. But once you go to something like this, you absolutely need the stabilizer. Typing on it like this, you can't really see it. But if you were paying attention to my typing test, the way I was hitting this spacebar was causing it to scratch on the sides. In the rare case that I use spacebar with my left, I kind of prefer that this would be switched. So the bigger spacebar on the left and the smaller one on the right, but that is currently not a available layout. Overall, I like it. If I were to buy this board, I would probably stick to both staggered on both halves. I would not go the ortholinear route. So if I were going to buy this board, my particular configuration would be I'd go for either a PC top or a dark green top. Those are the 2 options that I would choose. For the bottom, as much as I like brass, I personally don't like the chance of it having patina. Like, I don't like the oxidized look. So I would probably go with a silver, with a silver bottom. And for the plate, I would go for aluminum. Just typing on this right now, it's not a bad typing feel, honestly. But it's a bit too flexy, it's a bit too soft for me. So aluminum would probably get me there. So Maker Jake says, I recently got the PC top with a black bottom. I'm very hype. But yeah, I will meet up sometime with Beard tomorrow. So Beard, maybe we can chat offline as to exactly when and where. And I will actually, since these are my switches, I will have to disassemble them tonight. And I will actually put on your favorite switches, Cherry MX Browns. Z- says, hope the hike is good, but would have been nice to see you there. I usually try to go to the other one, so if you don't see me tomorrow, or if you don't see me on Saturday, you'll most likely see me on the other ones. Like I said, I'm not a 40% user, and I'm trying not to be biased just because Beard is from Seattle, and I'm a big supporter of our Seattle builders, but I genuinely like this board. Will it convert me to be a 40s user? No, it won't. Just because I do have other 40s and none of them have converted me. And the reason being, Dash says yet. The reason being is aesthetics are a big deal for me. I started off my journey in keyboards using 60%, and it just gradually got larger. And the reason being is I feel like TKLs are able to showcase the aesthetics of a keycap, of a key set better than a 60%. So when I look at aesthetics of a board, I factor in how it looks with the key set, how it looks with the colors that you choose, and all of those combined is what makes an aesthetic looking board to me. When you pick a board this small, as nice as it is, I feel like it can't appropriately show the beauty of a key set. And that's why I don't think I'll ever be sold on a 40%. But in terms of using, you know, if I could keep this for another week or two, I would not mind attempting to use this at work, just because I do like being able to switch this up. But I'm curious if anyone knows how long this cable can be. Because I feel like when it's this short, it doesn't really... It changes how my wrist is positioned, but I would ideally want it a little bit more spaced out. I'm guessing it's just serial over the cable. It should be fine with 3 feet. Okay. Alright everyone. I think we're at the end of the stream. If you want to see this board in the flesh or in the metal, and you are here in Seattle, this board will make an appearance on Saturday's meetup, which will be at the Stoop Brewery on Capitol Hill, kind of a downtown Seattle, from 12 p.m. till 3 p.m. on the 19th, which is this coming Saturday. So yeah, check it out if you're in the area. If not, TLDR, I think it's great, but not for me. Alright, thanks everyone. My next stream will hopefully will be the Gawk board that I keep promising, but I'm gonna make a concerted effort, if I'm not too tired from my hike this weekend, to finally solder in all those mil-maxes. So yeah, if you guys want to see another Gawk board built, tune in next Tuesday. Alright everyone, see you next time. Bye!